Hi, my name is Ashley and today I'm going to MEPS. I'm enlisting in the United States Air Force, which is super exciting for me, and so I decided to video so I could document this experience. I have definitely looked at countless YouTube videos and been on Reddit and all the things searching for information, and a lot of the things I have found has been extremely helpful, but there have been some things that I wish there were more videos about. For instance, how to wear your hair at MEPS. I didn't really see that. I see a lot of videos about how to wear your hair for BMT, but not for MEPS. And of course, I know I'm still a civilian, so it's probably not too many requirements, but there are a lot of requirements about dress code and things like that. So I'm currently wearing a braid out. We'll see how that goes. I'll definitely give the feedback afterwards. So my camera cut off because my memory card is full, which is a rookie mistake. So the rest of the videos are probably going to be from my phone since I didn't bring an extra memory card for me, but I will talk to you guys once I get there and I'll have more information and more about my experience. So see you later. Okay, so I'm on my phone. This video is a little bit better than the camera. I think it's just because I don't know how to set up my camera settings just yet, but anyway, you see people in the background and it makes you nervous. But anyway, I have made it to the base. And like, as I was driving up like the last 5 minutes, my heart started racing and I was getting so nervous and, but I am here. It is 11:04. I'm supposed to meet my recruiter at 11:30. And so I think around like 11:15, I'll actually walk into the like building. I'm at like the visitors section because obviously I'm a civilian, so I can't get on base by myself. But yeah, I'll eventually go meet her. And my nerves, I don't know why I'm so nervous. Like, I know everything's gonna be fine. Like, I don't do anything crazy and like I'm pretty healthy, so but things could always go wrong, but I'm just so excited. So I'm just getting like those last minute jitters and things like that. So yeah, but yeah, I would show you guys, but I don't know if I can show you guys. A lot of people are actually pulling into like the visitors section, so I think it's like a bunch of other people that also have MEPS, and then like some people look normal, but I see this person, they look young and it looks like they're definitely here for MEPS. But I won't be able to take videos. I know I'm not going to be able to take videos and stuff inside because on like my brief it said no electronics and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure they're going to take our phones or like make us put them in our bags or stuff. So I'll get what I can, obviously with some limitations. But yes, after this you'll probably see me in the hotel maybe. So today, like I said, I'm doing ASVAB, my ASVAB test, my TAPAS test, and the cyber test. Those are the 3 tests that I'm taking today. So I ate my breakfast. I got some good sleep last night. Well rested. I was like studying for like a really long time, and I just decided like I don't want to stay up all night cramming and stuff like that because I don't think I'll be any good for the test later. So yes, so here's to hoping. I'm sitting here watching this video back before I go in, and my glasses are a little crooked, and I know they're crooked. I'm one of those people that I kind of end up like laying down in bed on my glasses, and it's bad. So that's why they're a little bent. So don't judge me. Not too much on me, guys, please. Hello. So I'm in the hotel right now. Do I look less excited? I'm not less excited. I'm just super tired. It's been a long day. It is currently, that thing says 8:19, but that is not the time. So it is currently at 7:07. The clock behind me is wrong, saying it's 8. Okay, it's doing seconds. So I was like, it just said, look at that. It just said 8:36 and now it's 9. Okay, anyway. So I'm officially in my hotel. I got to MEPS early at like 11 o'clock. Met up with my recruiter, supposed to be at 11:30. So like there were a few minutes late because people were still checking in. So I didn't get to actual MEPS until around 12:10ish. Started all my tests, finished all my tests at 4. I am back. So it cut off a little earlier because my roommate actually came into the room as I was videoing, so that was a little weird, but it's actually a girl that I kind of checked in with, so I'm glad it's her. But she's in the bathroom right now, so I want to try to finish up my quick video. So I took the ASVAB, the TAPAS, and the cyber test today. It was so long. Like I got there around like 12:10 or something and didn't finish up until like 3:30ish, and then they had us waiting at the MEPS to be shuttled to our hotel until like 6. So we finally got back to the hotel and we had to wait again till like 7:30, and then we just finally ate. So I am gonna get ready because we have a 3:45 wake up call. Have to be downstairs for breakfast at 4:15, done at 4:45, and be back at MEPS for medical tomorrow at 5. So it is currently, oh, it's not that long, and now it's saying it's 7 o'clock. It is currently 8:30, so I'm going to take a shower as soon as she's done, and I'm gonna go right to bed so I don't miss breakfast, because clearly it's gonna be another long day and I need to eat tomorrow. So yeah, but tomorrow should be more exciting. I'm really glad that we did the test first today, because I would not be able to do that tomorrow. I'm glad we got that out the way, because that was literally like, so yes, I'll see you guys probably tomorrow. Excuse me, I don't know if I'll be able to get any footage. I definitely couldn't get any today because it wasn't allowed and they took our phones, and then afterwards it was really weird too because we were all together right next to each other, so there was no way to take a video. But tomorrow afterwards I should be able to do something. So I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Hello. So I've officially completed MEPS. Woo! I made it through. It is done. It actually went way quicker than I thought it would. We got there. I woke up at 3:45. That's when our wake up call was. We got breakfast at 4:15. Breakfast was over at 4:45. Of course, it was a little bit later than that, but we were on the bus at like 4:57, and then we were at MEPS like 5:45, like, and got probably in after our brief in the morning. We probably got in there around 6:05ish. And when I just looked, when I was done MEPS, when I called my mom at 9:02. Let me check. Why do I keep forgetting? I called my mom at 9:52. So when I called my mom, I had walked out of MEPS, got in my car, and turned my phone on. So literally I was done probably a little bit earlier than that. But yes, oh my gosh, so the tea, right? So sorry if my hand is shaking and things like that. I'm not used to holding my phone like this for so long, but just bear with me. But yeah, second day of MEPS. What I will say, the second day in comparison to the first day, while it wasn't as long, I will say it was a little bit more strict, just because there were so many steps that you had to do, and there were way more people than it was on the first day. There are people that are shipping out. There are people that are like, might be signing their contract and shipping out, or just might be signing their contract. And then there's like people like me that are just going through the process of taking their ASVAB and, you know, going through medical. So for me, when we were in breakfast, I had two girls on the other side of me that were shipping out for Army, which was really cool. So good luck to you guys. So they pick you up from the hotel after breakfast. Once we actually arrived to MEPS on the second day, they had us line up outside and we had to get our morning brief. This is the time where it was very serious, and you pretty much knew that this was going to be way more serious than it was yesterday in terms of like how strict they were going to be. Not like everything is serious, the ASVAB is super serious, but in terms of like how strict they were, and when you watch all the videos and they're saying, oh, they're very snippy at MEPS, it's definitely more on the medical side because there's more of them and more of us. So yes. So we got our morning brief where they said, you know, the same thing that, you know, your recruiter should have told you in the brief that they sent you and gone over with you, but no cell phones, make sure you have the proper attire on, no open-toed shoes, which there was a guy who had Crocs on, which is not technically open-toed, but because they don't have a covered back, they consider it open-toed, but he was going to basic training, so good luck to that guy. But yeah, no open-toed shoes, no sports bras, things like that, no weapons, and, you know, common sense. But they were very serious about the no cell phone thing. They told us, like, this is your only warning, and if you're fine with the cell phone after this, you will be sent home. No talking, no disrespect. When we were in line in the inside, a few moments after that, someone started talking, and the person literally came from around the desk and walked to the people in line. They were talking and like, this is your only warning. You're going home the next time you talk. Like, they were looking for ways to send people home because there were so many of us. As the day went on, like, it kind of eased up, I guess, because we were really getting through it. But those first couple of hours, silence. So once you actually finish your morning brief, they have you put all your things through the metal detector again. This is the same thing you'll do when you go to take the ASVAB test, but you had to put all your stuff through the metal detector, walk through the detector, and then they'll have you literally put everything but your social and your ID or a book. I kept a book. They'll have you put all of that away, and you won't see that again until you leave. You can go back down if you need to get something, but chances are you probably won't, because if you do, you're going to take precious time away. Like, you really want to keep moving so you can get things over with. So once you put your stuff down, they'll have you line up, and that's when you'll go to check into whatever floor they tell you to go to check in on. Before you leave or enter a floor, you have to check in and check out. So they had us line up, and then they sent us 5 by 5 at a time into a room to verify our ID and social, and then they sent us upstairs to check in on that floor. So we went, checked in our floor, we got our name tags with, you know, whatever markings that they had, whether you were shipping or whatever. We checked into that floor, and before you, I don't know if I said this already, I don't think I did. Before you actually go check in the floor, you actually have to check in with your liaison. Whatever branch you're joining, you go to check in with them first. So they give you like a little briefing, repeating what they told you when you first walked in the door. They're going to tell you stuff over and over again. That way it's in your head. So, and then after that, your liaison sends you to where you need to go. And they told us to go and start at the stations where they were doing blood pressure, vision, and hearing. And so what I will say, which I don't think I've seen this. This was like the least organized part. Everything else was super organized, but how they call you up is not organized. They just say next. And so if you hear next, just get up, because there were people that had been there like earlier than when I sat down that were still sitting down when I like finished like my hearing section. So just get up. When they say next, just get up. Don't wait, oh, this person was in front of me or that, but just get up, because everybody's just going to get up, and by the time you know it, you're sitting there and you've been there all day. Like, no, don't do that. Because no one's going to come out and say like, hey, oh, you've been waiting there for a long time, like, let me take you back. No, you need to get up when they say next. So for us, there was blood pressure first, and then vision next, and then hearing next. But hearing was moving faster because he was doing 6 at a time. So I did blood pressure, and then I went to hearing. And then in the middle of us doing that, I guess, I don't know if someone was late or I don't know what happened, but they ended up they stopped everything and pulled all of us in to get another briefing. So this briefing went over sexual harassment and went over like how to conduct yourself, don't have cell phones, literally the same thing over and over again. By the time you're hearing this brief, you've already had the same brief like 4 or 5 times. So at this point, if you have your cell phone or you do anything rude or disrespectful, like, it's on you. They also told you at this point what to expect for medical. Like, they told you pretty much the doctors are going to be, you know, getting up in your business and everything. So that way, you know, I guess it's not super shocking to you. And then right after that briefing, we did our breathalyzer. They give you like these disposable little tubes, and then after you blow in your breathalyzer and you're good, they send you on your way to do your urinalysis. Luckily, it was way less girls than it was guys, so we moved through that kind of quick. So they sent us into like this room of rooms for the girls. Now, this bathroom wasn't a normal bathroom. It was 2 stalls with no doors, a window over here where you could pass your urine, and then like a trash can and a sink over here. So you go into the stalls, and there's a bench, and the female technician is sitting right there on that bench, and she's looking at you. So for me, I had no issues going, because by the time from when I was leaving the hotel at breakfast, I was drinking water. So at this time, I was ready to go. So I went in and just went. But if you're shy, just know, like, maybe don't look up, because I looked up and she was staring right at me. And you know how when you think like you're going to look at somebody and they're going to look away? She did not look away. So if you're shy, my advice to you would just be make sure you drink a lot of water. That way you have to go and you can't even think about not going because someone's there, because you really have to go. After I finished going to the bathroom, I had to come out, go to the window, stand there, sign, verify my social and all that, and then like watch her take her samples, and then she had me go away. From there, I actually went into another room, which was kind of like across from this room, and that's where you could go into your physicals. But at this point, the woman that was in there just had me undressed to like underwear, and she took my height and weight, and then she had me get dressed again and then sent me back out to go do my vision and my blood tests. Yeah, so I went back out. I had to finish my vision, and then I went from my vision, I went to, you know what I just thought about? They said they were going to feed us lunch. I guess because it was so soon. That's why, because it was so soon. When you're a fatty and you're like, I want to eat, it was so soon we didn't even get lunch. Anyway, after I finished my vision, I went to do my blood test. After you finish your blood test, they take you or direct you to go back and do your physical. So you do your physical, you go in, and at this point, this is when you get down to like nothing. They have you completely take off everything and give you a robe. Now, if you are on your cycle, ladies, it is okay to go to MEPS on your cycle. I thought it wouldn't be. My roommate was trying to tell me that, oh, you probably should try to come back. But I was like, no, I'm here. I already did my ASVAB. Like, I'm staying. At this point, if you are on your cycle, it is completely fine. I let them know that I was on my cycle. I let the tech know when I was going to the bathroom. They said it was fine. There was no issues. So just know it's okay. But if you are on your cycles, ladies, they will have you keep your underwear on, and you'll just take your bra off. If you are not on your cycle, then they will have you take off everything and just hold your bra. Whether or not you're on cycle, you're gonna hold your bra. At that point, you're sitting down waiting for them to call you back. We had 2 doctors doing us, and once you got called in, that's when they go over everything. So the first thing that we did was we went over we went over my health history. And so for me, I went in and the doctor was kind of like, you have 50 something documents, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, but they were all from when I was really young, and I completely forgot. My mom took me to the doctors when I was constipated. I didn't even remember that. I forgot about all this stuff. So just make sure that when you're talking to your recruiter, you kind of remember that. Thankfully, none of mine was like super serious. And the doctor was like understood that like, hey, it was a really long time ago and it wasn't anything serious, so you're fine. But just try to think, try to think back. So after you finish going over all your medical history, that's when they'll actually start doing the exam. So for me, she had me sit up on like that table bed type situation, and she looked in my ears first. So put little machine or whatever that thing is, they use to put in your ears where they look through it, and she had me pop my eardrums, which is just holding your nose and closing your mouth and blowing out air so your eardrums pop. So she looked at both ears, looked at my eyes, had me follow the light with my eyes, and then after that she checked my heartbeat, and then she had me do some deep breaths and listen to my lungs. After that is when she had me, this is the part, yeah, she had me take off my robe and had me sit up on the table and sit back, and that's when she had me do it. And so it was fine. It's really, really quick. She doesn't put up anything in there. She doesn't look really long. I guess she just want to make sure you're normal, you're a girl, and there's nothing weird. And then she has you lay on the side, and she that she does. And again, really quick, not touching or anything, just really quick, just making sure everything looks good. After that, if you're on your cycle, you can pull things back up. If not, you can put your robe back on. And this is actually, no, you don't put your robe back on. She has you put your bra back on, and this is where you do the duck walk. She had me do the duck walk. She might make you put your robe back on, actually, because you don't have any undies on. But since I had undies on, I did all my exercises in my bra and underwear. So I did the duck walk. She had me hop on one leg, hop on the other, walk on my tippy toes, walk on my heels, hold your arms out in front of you, and she'll push down on them, and she says, don't let me push them down. Same thing with your arms out on the side of you, and then she kind of chests your wrists, do this, do that, do that. And then after that, she had me bend over, like touch my toes, put my chin on my chest, and she kind of looked at my neck and my spine. And then she kind of she did have me turn around, and I had to hold my feet up, and she looked at the soles of my feet, and then she looked at me completely, like once over. And after that, I sat back down. She had me put my robe back on, sit down, did a little clicking and clacking, and I was done. After that, they send you on your way to go check out from the floor. You'll meet up with the liaison for your branch again. And this is where I actually found out my ASVAB score and if I passed or failed my medical, which I passed everything. I passed medical and I did a really good job on the ASVAB, which I'm really happy about. So yes, I haven't talked to my recruiter yet, so hopefully I hear from her. But yes, I found out my ASVAB score. They told me I passed with flying colors on my medical. I had ones all across, which is really good, all green. And I was good to go. I told my liaison that I drove. She escorted me to get my things and then had me check out at the front desk. And then I was good to leave. So yes, it was really good. What I will say is there is a lot of waiting. So if you could bring a book, I would bring a book. They do have TVs available for you to watch, but you know, they say you can change the channel, but you're not going to click there and browse through when there's other people around you too. So just bring a book. I brought my book and I was really happy that I had it. What I would also say is just, you know, be a positive person and have a positive attitude, and don't be scared to talk to the people around you when appropriate, like lunch or if you're in a waiting area and they're allowing you to talk. But what I will say is, even though, like, you know, Army, or not Army, even though the military kind of has like this reputation of like being, you know, having potty mouths and things like that, you're not in the military yet. You're not, you know, military personnel. You're trying to get in, right? So be mindful of how you conduct yourself. There were guys that you could tell that were like trying to, you know, have the facade and we're trying to act a certain way, and these people at MEPS were not impressed. Understand you're still in public and that you are trying to join the military. You're not there yet. So like this personality that you have or you're trying to have, you don't need that, you know? Just keep things respectful. Just be you and like have a positive attitude. Don't stress about things. Don't psych yourself out about things. It's super easy. So yes, that was my MEPS experience. Hopefully I gave a good idea of what MEPS could be like for you, and I hope you guys were able to take something from it. If you enjoyed this video or you might want to see something in a little bit more detail, definitely drop a comment below. Also drop a comment below on what videos you might want to see in the future, because I do plan on documenting my military experience, and also dropping more videos about other things. So definitely drop a comment below about what videos you might want to see in the future, and I will definitely try to do that for you guys. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Bye.